there's a lot of things to worry about. There's your basic avalanche safety. There's making sure you bring enough water, making sure you use the restroom before you leave the house. We have a local tracker helping us locate the Yeti. I'm a little worried about his skills. He seems a little off.
There's some jokers, they want me to take him Yeti hunting up in the mountains up there.
We've picked up a new tracker.
We found him in a local tavern. His shirt was off. He was laying on a table at the time. I asked him if he knew where the restroom was, and he gave me the funniest response. He said,
"Hey you," and I was like, "What?" And they're like, do you know these mountains?" I'm like, "Yeah, I live here." And they're like, "Can you take us to the Yeti?" I'm like, "Yeti? What's the Yeti?"
I've never seen a Yeti, no. But it's a large creature, furry, white hair, sharp, razor-sharp teeth.
And they're like, "Hey you, like, how much money you want?" And I'm like, "Money?" And they're like, "Yeah, like, we'll give you money for taking us where you want to go." And I'm like, "Okay, just give me what you got." And they're like, "Well, we don't have any money." And I was like, "You don't have any money? Why did you ask me a question then?" And they're like, "Well, we'll give you a donut." I was like, "Okay, give me a donut. I'll take you up the hill."
I have a coconut business. You know, put faces on the coconuts, make bra coconuts, drink coconuts, coconut lamps, you know, pretty much anything. They're smaller than normal bowling balls, but in Canada, those are the traditional size of a bowling ball, and we sell them to the Canucks for a good price.
My colleague and I actually became famous for debunking the myth that Bigfoot was in actuality Cain.
I had been told this story about that from my seminary teacher.
So, brothers and sisters, first things first.
Who was livid about Bigfoot being Cain.
Cain is Bigfoot. Bigfoot, right there. Bigfoot, Cain.
He had a story with a horse, tall as a horse.
He saw a man as tall as his horse, even taller. And he says it was a big, strong guy, covered in hair.
And the man on the horse met Cain, furry, dark-skinned man.
You know, if you've been around that long and you're hiding from people, you don't have access to razors. You can't cut yourself, you know, you can't shave yourself. So you end up looking like this.
Blah, blah, blah.
For those of you who are going to attend BYU, it fits right into the honor code and why we should shave.
Blah, blah, blah. And so, we finally caught up with them. Is it Bigfoot? Is it Cain? I think not. Brother Siemens?
No.
Running around, trying to keep this legend alive so he could lie to us. I tell you, it was devastating.
What we do is deconstruct the idea that the Yeti is actually Sariah from the Book of Mormon.
If it's another hoax, you know, that gives me a lot of joy to find that out.
They said that they'd give me a donut, and I was like, "A donut? I like more than one, you know, because it's like a 5-6 day journey, almost a week, but not quite a whole week." But so I was like, at least a donut a day. But they're like, "Well, if we buy a dozen, then that's like 2 a day." And I was like, "Super." By the end, I should have about 2 dozen donuts in the old belly.
And I think tomorrow's the day. I think tomorrow we're gonna see some action. We're gonna find out if this myth is true or not.
Tomorrow is the day when all of our hard work is going to pay off. That should about do it.
Anything could happen. Avalanche, plane crashes. You never know who you're gonna meet. You don't know what you're gonna run into.
Tomorrow morning sometime, maybe in the afternoon, maybe in the late evening sometime. But definitely tomorrow, we'll catch him.
What?
There's something in the snow up there. See it?
Yeah.
Is he dead?
Yeah, I think so.
How long do you think he's been there?
I don't know, from looks of his clothes, like 30 years.
I like his clothes.
There's a book. Sven Haken. I wish
I could find the Yeti.
What are you doing?
I'm just poking him.
We don't have time for this. We gotta go, man.
He's already dead.
It's just not right. Let's go!
Come on! We had our first lead in Alaska, and by the time we got there, the trail was pretty cold. We followed him to Scandinavia, Siberia, Austria, and finally here in Utah.
What do you think he died of?
Must have been the cold.
What is that?
Stop.
What?
Stop.
Something's moving!
Run! Run!
I wish I could have another donut.
I wish I could make a coconut robot. You know, moves around, beeps, bops, you know, cleans the floor.
I wish I could someday make a Yeti zoo.
Do you really think that's possible?
Anything's possible.
I wish I could find the Yeti.